Hello, welcome to this tutorial, and today we are going to create title block. We are going to apply the title block that was done in AutoCAD 2021 and apply it to Tekla structures drawing. Now, we are going to pull it from AutoCAD and place it into Tekla structures and apply it to all our drawings. Now, what we're going to do, first of all, we have to track down the file of that AutoCAD and try and make sure it is within the specs that we want. So first of all, before we make any step, we have to minimize this and go to the file folder. This is the folder I saved that title block. If I open that, you'll be able to see we are targeting the A1 type or the A1 size of the title block. So I'm going to drag it and place it on the AutoCAD and open it. So I'll give it some time to open up. I'll continue opening the DW file and give some time to open in AutoCAD environment. So I still give it some time to open, though all this depends on the speed of the system, though mine is kind of speedy, but it's loaded. Now it has a lot of files. Now I'll click on the screen, and if I zoom out in, you can see it's active now. So make sure your title block is grouped, is a block. So you'll notice when I select any part, you'll be able to see everything is getting selected. The reason why it should be in a group, so that when you import it in Tekla structures, you will not be handling sections or parts of some sort of a frame. So make sure it is a block. So that's okay. And number one, first of all, let me check the size of this title block. I'll measure from that end and check the height here. This is 584. This is 584, and this is the width of my title block. Remember the size of A1, the size paper of A1 is 841 in length and 594 in width. Now I've taken into account by removing the margins, the margin of the drawing frame 10 by 10. I've removed 10 for the drawing margins, so I'll remain with 584 instead of 594. So this is what will apply in Tekla structures. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete this because I've shown you the specifications of my title block and how I want to define this prior to importing it in Tekla structures and apply it to all my drawings. So I'll delete that. And number one, make sure when importing this into Tekla structures, make sure it is within the Tekla structures version. I'm using Tekla structures 2017, and this, if you take a look here, this is 2021, and this might not find an entry into Tekla structures by any means. So I'm going to downscale this into a version that is slightly below Tekla structures 2017. It can be 2017 or below. So I'm going to save as. I'll click save as, and the moment I click on that, you'll be able to see here. This is AutoCAD 20. It can work from AutoCAD 2018. So this will not find its way into Tekla structures 2017. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to downscale this to a lower version 2013. So once I've done that, I'm going to click save. So you'll be prompted whether you really want to replace the previous one. Just go ahead and click save. Click yes. So once you've done that, rest pretty sure that this will move in smoothly into Tekla structures. Now, number two, the moment you're done with this, close AutoCAD, because if AutoCAD is open, it will not. It will be a bit harder for you to make a step. Now I'm going to close AutoCAD now. Just click no. Now we are exiting the AutoCAD environment and close that and maximize Tekla structures here. Now let's go back to file and go to editors and pick on template editor. This is where we want to define the parameters of our title block. So I'll come to new and pick on graphical template and double click on this window and remove all those margins because we had already removed them from our title block height. We remove that, come here and remove that. Let's try move a little bit speedy to cut down on time. Now the height of our title block is now 584. Then feed in here 584. Then the width of a title block is 104. Perfect. Now we'll go ahead and click OK. This should be 5, not 284. We'll go ahead and click OK. So if I zoom out, you'll be able to see this is taking the shape similar to the size of the title block we saw on AutoCAD environment. So we'll go to Insert and come to Components and define this as a row. Click on that. Then the moment you click on row, you'll be prompted with select the content type of your title block. We are going to click on this drop-down list and come. We have two categories here that we use commonly: the assembly and drawing. The assembly drawing and the GA drawing. So we are going to assign this to a GA drawing and click OK. Select the drawing. So I'll go ahead and click OK. So you'll see a blue row there, and it's manipulatable just within the confinement of these purple lines you're seeing here. So you can handle it from that spot and left hold click on your mouse and drag it down like that, but you can still just leave it on that. It will be defined in accordance with the size of a title block that will be brought in. So to bring in our title block into Tekla Structures template editor, we'll come to Insert, then come to File, click on File, then track down the folder where that file has been saved. I saved it in desktop, and I'll scroll down to track down the folder. Just scroll down and double click on that. I'll pick A1 because it was the one I was trying to customize and fit it or bring it in Tekla Structures and apply it to all our drawings. I'll go ahead and click OK. So the moment I click OK, you'll see your cursor changes to a bigger cursor with a white color, means the cursor has a command and it has some directions and has some instructions, and you need to place it somewhere here, place it there. So the moment you place it in a particular location, you'll be prompted this dialog box here, select import method. So the reason why we're importing it from AutoCAD is because we don't want to go back and forth in Tekla Structures trying to create our own title block, though, because Tekla Structures tools for creating title blocks are very limited. They limit you, and that's why we are taking all that route to AutoCAD and bring it inside Tekla Structures so that we move a little bit speedy. Now we have two options here. Do you need to maximize the size of a title block? No, we have to use the same size we had in AutoCAD, and that's it. Do we need to define other dimensions for our title block? No, we want that as it is. So we'll come back to scale. So means our title block is to scale. So we'll retain that scale that we saw in AutoCAD. So check the scale, then click OK. So it will take the whole size of the parameters we were trying to define with the same measurements we got from the title block measurements. So this is it. So what the next step you're going to do, we are going to allocate the descriptions under this. Like you see the client name here, we have the project name, we have the drawing title, we have the drawn by, checked by, approved by, date, and drawing number. So we are going to allocate the descriptions, and we are going to use user defined. So user defined, you can write in any type of text on this. So I'll show you the process on how you can apply the user defined fields to fill in this. So we'll go straight to value field here and pick at the bottom end of this description under client name. We'll click on that. So the moment you click on that, you'll be prompted this drawing attribute that contains the specific description that will be available for you to put under your drawing title block. So we'll scroll down and move to user defined field. So in here we have a limit of 3. We have a space of 1 to 8. So our fields must be not more than 8. So if we count here, we want to fill this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we are within the range. So I'll come back to value field here and start once again and place it right there. So I'll scroll down to user defined field and move all the way to user field 1 and click OK. I'll double click on that and come to text here. I'll click on that drop down arrow and feed in the type of text I intend to use. I'll scroll down, and I like using this type of text. and I'll give it a different height. Maybe 3.5 will be much okay. I'll give it 3.5 and click OK. So in here, we need to change the length of this particular text. So we can increase the length of our text here. So we can go ahead and click OK, as long as it doesn't go beyond this box, because if it goes beyond that box, you'll be warned and you'll not move a step anymore. Now I'm going to user defined two. I'll come to value field and place my text right there. So the moment I place it there, I'll go to user defined two, scroll down to 2 and place it and click OK, and that's it. I'll double click on that and change this. I'll type in Swiss, just type here CW, and we'll get it a little bit faster. So if I scroll down, I'll be able to pick my text right there and click OK. I'll give it 3.5 and click OK. Double click on that and change the text length. There, it's okay. And now I'm going to the next one. I'm going to use a define tool. I'll come to value field here first of all and place my text right there. So the moment I've done that, I'm going to use a field 3. Click OK and place it there. Double click on that, change this text to just type SDW that and scroll down to that particular text and use 3.5, click OK, and change the length of this text maybe to 22 right there. That's okay. Now I'll go to user defined. Just count that we have 1, 2, 3. Now we are going to user defined 4. I'll come to value field right there and pick on that particular position right there. Then come to user field 4 under user defined and pick 4 and click OK. So I'll double click on this once again, double click on this so that we get this dialog box where you can see the text height and the text size. Click on that and just type SW or any type of text you like to apply. So I'll scroll down and pick on that and pick on. So here I'll try and change the font height because the fields are very small. So I'll pick either 2.5 or 3. I'll click 2.5 and change these variable characters to 3 because people have longer names and the field you're supposed to fill it in is small. So it's better to abbreviate your name. Like my name is Morris Dimba, and I can abbreviate that to MD. MD. So I'll scroll down to 3 to give a chance for my middle name to fit in. So I'll go ahead and click OK. So if I pull it somewhere there, you'll be able to see it's moving like in specified positions. So I want to move my cursor freely. So how do I do that? Right click on your screen, come to grid and disable snap and click OK. So if I get hold of this and drag it, I'll be able to place it in any position without any restrictions. Now we are under user defined 4. Just count that. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we will apply 5. I'll come to value field here and place my text right here and scroll all the way down to user defined and pick 5 and click OK. Double click on this and apply the same details or the same specifications you applied on top here in here. So I'll come to the text type, just type SW. That's for my text. For my text type, I'll pick on this. I'll pick on that and pick the text height. I hope I'm not forgetting the text height, and I'll use 2.5 and click OK. Then reduce this length to 3 and click OK. So just drag that and make sure they're in line from top, and you can place it somewhere there, and that's okay. They must be the same line from here also. I think that position is okay. Let me just drag it slightly, and that's why the snap comes in handy. But though it restricts, it controls where you want to place. You should place your text, but that I find it so hard for me. I want to be in a position where I can customize things the way I want. Now I'll come to approved by, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we are going to use a define 5. And prior to going to use a define 5, first of all, define. Come to value field there and place your text right there. So we are going to use a defined 6. user field 6 under user defined. I'll click on that, I'll scroll the way to user defined field 6 and click OK. Double click on that and change the text, come all the way here and just type. Try to track down the type of text you intend to use. Pick on that and pick on that and click OK. And reduce the height of the text maybe to 3 or 4 maximum. Drag that and place it in that position. Make sure they're in the same line to make your drawing look more attractive and professionally done. That's perfect, and it should be somewhere there. The dialog box you're seeing is because the text has been double clicked. Now we want to place the drawing number. So we will allocate this user defined user field 7 under user defined category. So we'll come back to value field and place it right there. So we'll scroll down to user defined here and pick user field 7 and click OK. Double click on that, then come back to that position and try to find the text you like to apply. I would like to apply that text, and I'll use this time the text. The drawing number will need some a text with a bigger height, or I mean a bigger text. So you might apply 3. Click that, and you can increase the text length, and that's okay. So that position is okay, and the next thing you're trying to forget, the next thing we will not forget is the logo. Make sure you place your logo here. So we'll place our logo, will go in here. Then to place our logo, we'll go straight to insert. So under insert, we'll click on the picture, and this dialog box will come where you'll be able to find your logo. So all the logos, all the images for your logos are placed under bitmaps. I'll show you the category, the directory where you can find the bitmaps. Or if you just right click on Tekla structures icon, then go to files, then I'll show you that when you get to end of this, where you can find all the images for your logos. So our logo is here, Civilmax logo. So I'll click on that and I'll just select and drag my cursor and drag my mouse and place it somewhere there. Though I can drag it and place it and crop it. So this is manipulatable the way you want. So this is our text, this is our logo, and we can make it as big as you want and bring it somehow down there. So that's okay. And this is on our title block. And whenever we feel it's okay, once you've filled all the information you want, we can go ahead and start placing our and start defining our drawing layout. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to save this title block here because I'm okay with it. So we want to give our title block a name that we'll not forget. So I'm going to type in here, just give it a YouTube title block, YouTube title block. So this is the name we'll find under template. So it will be found under these templates here. It will be among these templates. So I'm going to click OK. So please remind me of this name so that we don't get mixed up. We have YouTube template title, YouTube title block. I'll go ahead and click OK. So the moment you click OK, you are now free to close template editor. I'll close that. So in here we have a model, and we want now to define the drawing layout for this particular for the drawings that will be generated from this particular model. And we'll come to drawing properties and click that drop down list and come to drawing layout. In drawing layout here, we want to give our drawing layout a particular name that will mesh or that will combine with our own title block. Now we'll give it YT or YT, that is YouTube YT 001. That's okay. Let us not forget that. YT001. So we'll add this here. So if I select on that YT001 and click tables, the moment I click on tables, I need that to be A1 size, A1 paper size. I'll go ahead and click add it here. So the moment I added, I click update. So in here, I'll leave the margins at 00 and feed in here the size of the paper A1 paper. So we'll take into account in here, we'll feed in the full the size of our of our paper size. So we'll feed in here 841, 841, and 584. Then we'll go ahead and click OK. So prior to that, let's check our previous and check whether we have those tables in place. We have this in place, and let's just go ahead and assign it. And assign it here. We have A1. Let's give it A1. A1, and we'll add it and click Update. And we'll come here and click 5 and click 831, 831, and 594. I mean 584, 584. That's okay. Then the amount to select on that, come here and select on tables. Though it's set back to 0, though you can just leave it to 0, 0. It will pick itself automatically. It's optional. You can fill it, or you can just leave it to 0, 0. Now, once you pick on you select tables, this is where we will find our title block. So if we scroll down, we'll see our YouTube title block here. We select on it and take it to this direction. So we have it here. So go ahead and click Update. So the moment we are here, there are two categories. There are two sections here. We have current table, which frames out the drawing, and we have the title block, which sits next to the drawing, which give the descriptions or the details about the drawing. So I want to show you how you can combine these together so that they sit together. So this is the title block, and this is the far corner end of the title block, and this is the far corner end of the drawing. That rectangular that confines the drawing, gives the drawing the boundary. So we want to combine this corner and this corner. So you can either combine this and this, and make sure only one section is checked. We'll disable that and disable that and combine this to that. So once we are done, we'll check this and that, combine them together. I'll go ahead and click Update. So once I'm done, I'll go ahead and click Apply and give it an OK. So I'll apply this and give an OK, and apply that and give it an OK. So we are set. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to the drawing list. I'm going to drawing list, or I'm going to drawings and click a GA. So under GA, I'm going to drawing layout, the drawing layout we are just trying to describe. So in here, if I click this drop down list, I'll be able to find the drawing. The name of our drawing layout. So I'll pick on that. So the moment I pick on that, I'll be able now to feed in the A1 here. So if I feed in the A1 here, I'll be able to adjust to the size of the paper. Now I'll click OK. I'll click OK and click Apply and click OK. That's it. Now you can come to View and check the scale also if you need to change the scale. But I'm okay with that. I'll go ahead and click Apply and give it an OK. So in here, if I come to drawing list, because I had already generated drawings for this, so I'll just come to drawing list here and click on the drawing list. I'll try and maximize this. If I try and double click here, try open any drawing and give it some time to open. Just give it some time to open. Perfect, our drawing has been opened. I'll minimize that. And if I zoom out and click OK, now we want to pull in our title block. I'll double click in here. If it doesn't appear, I'll double click in here and try and open the layout and come to layout and try and define the specifications of my title block. So I'll either select on this, I'll select on this and come here and feed in the A1. So I'll go ahead and click modify and give it some time and click OK and apply and give it an OK. and that's our title block in place. So just zoom close and you'll find the title block is here. So I'll zoom close, though it's kind of heavy. I'll zoom close and my title block will be here. So we have all these in place. So I'll show you how you can maximize, you can enter, you can put entry to this. So I'll double click. If you want to feed in all these values or value fields, so I'll either just double click in here, cancel that. Just double click and come to user defined here. So inside user defined, come to parameters and follow these as I showed you there. User field 1, give it a name. User field 2, give it a name. User field 4, give it a name. Once you're done, you refresh or reopen this drawing, and you'll find everything in place. And that's how you can put in you can put in all these descriptions here. So I'll zoom out and zoom in, and this is how it will look. And thanks a lot for watching this video, and let's meet on the next topic or the next video. Bye bye and thank you. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I'm forgetting that. Thank you.